You know, some computer repair shops spend loads of money to have these lavish shops, expensive benches, expensive shelving, paint, storefront windows, glass cases, glass sales cases and such. But always keep in mind that it's not the shop, the way it looks, that makes them a good computer repair business. It's the service that they provide and what they produce to the customer. And I think that's key for everyone to remember. Hello everyone, I'm Tim with timscomputerfix.net here in Savannah, Georgia. If you're ever in any need of a computer repair in my area, please let me know. I'll be glad to help you out. And today I'm going to show you a little bench that my technician and I put together. A real inexpensive bench, hand built. It's an upgrade from what I've been using. I've actually been using a couple of sawhorses and a door for a bench. Believe it or not, I've been operating like that for a couple years at least, and you know, it was functional. And all you need really for you guys starting off, honestly, is a flat surface to work on. Any kind of a fold-out table, sawhorses, plywood, whatever, just to get your business going. Remember, it's not what your bench and your shop looks like. It's the service that you provide that is most important. However, on another hand, you know, first impressions is always a good thing. If a customer walks up to your shop and it's trashed, you know, they may be having second thoughts. So, you know, there's twofold story to that. You know, you don't necessarily have to have a nice looking shop to produce good work, but you want a presentable looking shop so your customers, especially your first customers, feel comfortable just visually walking in the door. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of show you what I've done here with my bench. I think I have a before picture, and I'll show you kind of after here. And you know, I'm going to kind of show you what my tech and I have come up with, at least the starts of it. This is still under construction, but I figured I would share with everybody. So yeah, let's have a look real quick at what we got. Right, so the first thing you need to really get started, I would definitely recommend that you have a plan, a game plan on how you want your bench to look or how you want to set up your shop. My shop is run out of my home. I have a separate building that is my shop. So we've come up with this little design here and kind of laid things out before we actually got started on buying materials. But all this is this down here represents one wall, and this up here represents another wall, and right in here is where we have our front door. Okay, so when you walk in, we're looking at our service desk here, that we're looking at building something different than we had. We just had a table that went straight across like this. It did the trick, but you know what? This is going to look a lot better. So I mentioned a door, okay? I'm not laughing about it because a door is a solid piece of material for one, and when I moved into this home I actually replaced a lot of the doors, and I kept all of the old doors. So this is material that I have. The doors are materials that I have that that I don't have to go buy, so I don't have to pay for the tops of these tables, okay? But basically we decided to go with angles, 30-degree angles and 60-degree angles here. So we're going to have our counter meet up to this wall. We're going to cut this. This is the door, right, that we're using as a countertop, as a tabletop. We're going to cut a 60-degree angle here. Okay, and when we cut that 60-degree angle, we're going to take this square piece which is left over and we're going to flip it and put it here. So that's going to create an extra like counter space, and it adds something visually to what we're doing. So you're seeing here we're having some angles here and here, and this is our workspace over here. This is the customer area here. All right, So we're going to have room to sit here, have room to sit here, and we just pretty much lay everything out on paper to where we think it's going to work. And right here is where we're going to put another angle in. It's just going to be parallel, or it's going to be horizontal to this wall here, and there's going to be a 3-foot walk-through area here that we perhaps have a flip-top counter on that we can flip up and walk through back and forth. But we've already bought the material for all of this and gotten started on it. So let me kind of show you what we need to get started hardware-wise. Okay, just to give you an idea here of what materials you're going to need. Basically, you're going to need 2x4s, and depending upon the design that you're going with, you know, would be, of course, would determine how much pieces of 2x4 wood you'd have to use. And in this case, now I'm just going with you know, your regular framing, you know, normal 2x4 wood, framing wood, and I think I bought like 100 or maybe 80 something feet of it. I can't remember, but it was it wasn't too awful much. And all in all, with all the materials, by the way, that I've gotten with purchase here, I have only spent so far, and I'm fixing to show you the results so far, I've only spent $63 in building materials, all right? But some of the things you're going to need here, of course, are your screws, and in my case, we have these 3-inch wood screws here. Okay, and I'll kind of show you where those went. And then I have these here, which is a box of 1 1/4 inch length screws. I just use deck screws here. Work really well, self-tap. Good screws just for support. Okay, you're going to need, obviously, you know, a drill. Going to need a drill. You're going to need to be able to change your bits. You're going to need drill bits. You're going to need drill heads to, you know, to switch out for your Phillips head or whatever. These particular screws take special bits, and this is what you see on this is a special bit that fits that. But I also use this to drill my pilot holes and all that for my screws. Right? You're going to need you know, or perhaps another type of electric screwdriver, whatever you want of your choice. Or you can use a hand screwdriver. I wouldn't recommend that, but if that's all you got, great. A square. You're going to need a square, so you be sure you're marking straight cuts on everything. Hardware store, just a few little small pieces of hardware, washers, and some more screws. And I'll show you where these come into play here in just a moment. Other things you're going to need probably are going to be some clamps, right? So you clamp your wood down. You're going to need, I would recommend a chop saw or a table saw. Or you could also use a circular saw if you like. You know, that'll be a little bit more difficult, but it can be done. Wood glue. I used liquid nails. Okay, so that's what I've used here. So let's just have a look at what we've gotten done here so far. We'll step back here. And that's just the beginnings of what I've got here. Alright, my shop is a wreck right now, by the way, because we've had to move everything to the side and to get this done. But it's coming together nicely. Alright, this is the customer side. It's not fully done. We still have to extend out this part. Let me see, where's my paper here? I'll show you. We still need to complete this part here, which is here, which we have not finished yet. So, and this is the other wall. You know, here's the front door. So, customer walks in. They've got a nice area here. So what we've done, we'll kind of take a closer look at the framing of all this. Is basically we've got our 2x4s that we've built framed up. We added one board here for support. After we measured everything out, we measured for support, so there's no legs along the wall at all, but we've measured here for support. Okay, then we just kind of pretty much framed up everything. Paid close attention to detail as far as things like how, sorry about that, we've paid close attention to details concerning and talking about how our wood comes in contact with our leg supports, how our braces come in contact with the leg supports. If you notice here, it's kind of inlaid. Same thing here, it's inlaid a little bit. Okay, so it's flush, coming out flush with the leg. Notice how it's finished off here on the side, nice and flush. Same thing on this side. You can have a better look of how it kind of goes in. And all we did was score this board and notch out the wood to make this lay flush. Really easy to do. It doesn't take long. And here's our cross braces. Here's where our 3-inch screws are being used, which go in to the sides here, go all the way through the 2x4 and come into here. And of course here's where our 1 1/4 inch deck screws are used, and they go in and kind of stop somewhere in there to hold these together. Our wood glue, liquid nails, is being used between these two pieces here and here. And we come around to our bench side. We'll move my chair out of the way. Same thing here. This is obviously a door, right? Like I talked about. We are eventually going to be putting a laminate top on this to kind of give it a more of a appealing look. There's one of where the door handles go, which we can use for putting wires through if we want to or whatever. And we'll get down underneath this side, have a look. I mean, this is, we just have our angle cuts there. That's 60-degree angles. Really simple stuff, and you can see we use some padding on the back side to keep from scratching up our wall. That all worked out well. Real easy frame solution. We are going to be putting supports here and here, right, these two areas for added extra support, and over there and over there, same thing. We're going to be adding some cross support here at an angle to give us a little bit more sturdiness or stability. But this is a work still in progress. We have also added some carpet pads down here on the bottom of our legs, which gives us support. All these legs were cut exactly even, but believe it or not, this concrete floor that I'm on here, that's underneath this rug, is not even, because this used to be a carport. And this carport actually is at an angle. This is a closed-in carport now, but the concrete floor slopes. So we use the padding on the legs that we use to kind of level everything off nicely, okay? And you know, it's just turning out really nice. It's a one sturdy bench. This also can be removed. Just we'll take off a few screws here, and we can just, you know, we can remove this bench if we need to get furniture in or whatever quite easily. Now let's take another look at the top. Here is where we cut our 60-degree angle on our door. This is a hole that we manually drilled out. We're gonna give that a little bit better of a cosmetic look. I'm gonna be mounting these monitors on the wall instead of on the bench. I'm going to be using wireless keyboards and mice. Try to get rid of these wires. But once we cut this door piece here, we flipped it over, and this is the other piece. So I know it looks different, but that's just the bottom side of this door is all it is. The other side, it's the same door. So that's what we've done here. And I think that's worked out really nice. It gives it a, you know, adds something architecturally to this bench than just being straight across or whatever. All right, and then we've secured everything down here with these screws and these washers here that were purchased. That was $3 worth of hardware for these, so it gives it a kind of an industrial look. I like it. Like I say, this seam is going to be disguised. We're going to be laminating this with some cheap material. And you know, I think everything, I mean, we're sturdy. I mean, we're not going anywhere. It's turned out really nice. Really simple project. It just takes a little bit of planning. You know, take your time if you like working with wood. You'll love this. Oh, we also left a lip here. There's a lip here. And this lip is so we can put plywood, 3/4 inch plywood or 1/2 inch plywood on the face of this bench. And we can laminate that or paint that to whatever color we want. That might be displaying my terms and conditions in large letters. I may be putting my, matter of fact, I'll show you. This is my prized water cool rig here that that I've had for a number of years. Some of you guys might know about. I mean, this guy fits nicely. I mean, this guy fits nicely right underneath this bench here. So, I'm still planning, figuring out which way I want to go with that, but it fits nicely there. Not sure yet, but it's all a part of planning. So I figured I would share with you guys what we're looking at here, and I want to show you a little bit of the before and during, and so once we carry on with this, I'll be showing you a little bit later once we progress more what it looks like. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens. But that's a little something I just wanted to share with you guys. And there you have it. I mean, an easily put together bench. Not even $100 in hardware. All it takes is a little bit of time and a little bit of planning, and you can make it happen. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please rate and subscribe to my feed. I would really appreciate that. Thanks for all the comments, and I'll be updating another video here once this bench gets closer to finish, and we can see what it looks like. All right. So, hey, man, thanks for watching my videos. TimsComputerFix.net. Look me up. So until next time, everyone, see you soon.